Welcome to our new lesson, find the area for the given triangle. So to find the area of triangle, we must know what's the rule or the formula that we can use to find the area of triangle. For example, this question number 1, find the area of each triangle. We have given a triangle. A triangle means we must have three sides and three angles. So this is the side you can see. So the first one side, second side is the base, and there is a third side which is perpendicular to this side. The small angle, the red color, is between the base and the height. It means this angle is of 90 degree, and we call this triangle as a right angle triangle. So to find the area of triangle, we have a relation that we can use to find the area of triangle. Area of triangle is actually the same as like parallelogram, but we have to divide it by 2. So area of triangle is base times height. We will do the same thing as we did last time to find the area of parallelogram. But in this case, we will divide the area of parallelogram by 2. Okay, so here we will say that multiply, first find the area of parallelogram, base times height, then divide it by 2. Okay, so let us first find the area of this triangle. So the area of this triangle is a stand for area of this triangle is equal to, what is the base that is given in this question is 5. So 5, let us write 5 in the bracket, so we will not confuse here, and also the height in the bracket. So height in this case, you can see this height is given, which is 6. So we write here. Now base and height, these two are letters, it means they are multiplying, there is no operation between them. So obviously there is multiplication between them. Now 5 times 6, if you multiply 5 by 6, it will give you 30. And after finding this, the area of base times height, we can divide it by 2 to find the area of triangle. Now 30 divided by 2 will be 15. So the area of this triangle is 15, but because area is always two-dimensional and the unit here is given yard, so we will write here the yard power 2, because its area is always two-dimensional. Same we will do in this question to find the area here. We will also do that area equal to, because it's a triangle, you can see there are three sides. One is this base, one is this height, and third we call it hypotenuse, but we don't have to discuss it here. So there are three sides, it's a triangle. So first always we will write the rule for triangle. The rule for triangle is base times height divided by 2. So to solve this question, we will first find what is the base and height given in this question. Base is below here, it's 8. So we write 8 here, or you can put the sign here, they are multiplying, or you can write in the bracket. And also the height in this case is 2, sorry 8, so we write here 8 times 8, and then divide by 2. Now 8 times 8 is 64, and we have 2 in the denominator. So area in this case will be, when you divide 64 divided by 2, it will give you 32, and we have to write the unit that is given here, feet. So it will be feet power 2, because the area is always two-dimensional. You are actually multiplying two dimensions. Base and height, there are two dimensions, that's why it's 2 power 2. Okay. Now please continue to watch this video, because some questions are different from these two questions. These two are the simple ones. So let's move towards the next one. The next question is question number 3 and 4. Okay, here again the same thing. We have given a triangle. How we will know that this is a triangle or what we have given? We will count the sides. This is one side, second side, and third side. So we have three sides, mean this is a triangle, and to find its area, we will do the same thing. We will first write the rule of the formula that we are going to use to find its the area. So always the area of triangle is base times height divided by 2. Okay. Now in this case, we have given the base and height. If you look at the dotted lines, these dotted lines mean this is height, and height is 6 into 1.5, and base in this figure is this one. This is the base. Okay, and base is 3.5. This is 3.5. Okay, this is a mixed number, and we will put this one into bracket. Okay, 3.5, and then we have the height, which is 6.5. After writing this one, we have the 2 in the denominator again. So I write the mixed numbers, I plug in the values, and then I write it's divided by 2. Now the question is how we will solve it without using the calculator. We will first change this change these mixed numbers to improper fraction. So how you will change it? You will put here multiply, as you know in grade 4 and 5. Then addition here. So now 2 times 3 will be 6. 6 plus 1 will be 7 over 2. So the first fractions, if you change it, it will be 7 over 2 into improper. This is improper fractions. Same we will do for this one. We will change it this mixed numbers to improper fraction, multiply and addition. Now 2 times 6 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So we change this one also 13 over 2. Okay. Then we have 2 again in the denominator. 2 is here. Now look, these two fractions, these two fractions that are in the numerators, we have the denominator 2 here, we have the denominator 2 here, and this is this 2 is the denominator of all fractions. So let us combine all the denominator and let us just multiply the numerators. So the numerators in this case are 7 and 13. This 7 and 13, these are the two numerators. If we multiply them, 13 times 7 is 91. Okay, we multiply them, and now let's select all the denominator, this 2, this 2, and this 2. So if you multiply, we have 3 2's. It means 2 times 2, and again then times 2 will give us 2 times 2 times 2, because we have 3 2's. In the denominator will give us 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so we will write here 8. Now we find the answer, but this is not the correct, because we have this fraction is improper. So we need to change it. Okay, so how we will change this improper to proper fractions? We will divide it. So let us divide 91 by 8. So there are two ways to divide it. One, in 9 we have only 1 8. How many 8s are in 9? Only 1. So 9 minus 8 is 1. And we bring down this one remaining up, 11. How many 8s are in 11? We have only 1. So 8 times 1 is 8, and we have 3. No, we cannot further divide it, so let us write the answer for this improper fraction. If you look at this is the quotient that which we call the answer. We will first write the answer, that is 11. Then we will move clockwise, and we have this remaining number, that is the remainder 3. So we write this one 3, and what is in the denominator is already 8, so we just write the denominator. Now this is your answer, but still we have something missing, which is a unit. So for unit we write feet. Okay, this is the feet power 2, because area is two-dimensional. So in this question, you just change the mixed fractions, then multiply them and divide them to change into the improper fractions to the proper one. After that, let's move towards the question number 4. Again, we have to find the area for this cabin, and to find the area, we will always first write what is the rule for triangle. We have three sides and three angles, so base times height over 2. Now base in this question is, base is 8 and this height is 5, so 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, we have the base and height is 8 and 5. We divide it by 2, and we find the area is 20. Okay, so area in this case is 20. But this is not a complete answer. We write the unit here. If you read the question statement, it's saying this is a cabin. The cabin is shown below. If the total area of the window and door, this area for the windows and door is given. These are the windows inside, and this is the door inside. So he's saying you have given the area for these windows and the door is 3. How many square yards of paint will she need to cover the back of the cabin? She just want to paint the cabin, but she don't want to paint the area of the windows and the door. So we will remove this area of the windows and the doors from the total area. So let us write. We have the area for the total area that we find here is equal to 20 minus we will remove the area given for the doors and which is 3.5. So if you will do this one, you will get 16.5. If you will minus this one, but this is still we have something missing, which is a unit. So unit for this one is given yard, but we will write power 2 because area is always 2 dimensions. Base and height, there are 2 dimensions. Okay, so there is an extra step in this question. Okay, the next 2 questions are different from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So please watch this video until you will solve all the questions. Okay, so to move for the next one, we have the question number 5 and 6. These 2 questions are different from first 2 questions, but again, if we look at the figure, we have the triangle, but he's asking find the missing dimensions. So we know that in area there are we use 2 dimensions, base and height. So maybe this time base is not given, maybe height is not given. So first let us write the rule, and then we will plug in the value. So base time height over 2. Now in this question, you can see here area is given. A stand for 38.7. So it's better to write here in place of A, you just write 38.7. Okay, then write equal sign because we have the equal sign here. I just plug in the values of A. Then I will look for the values of B, but B is missing. It's just given us the letter B, so we write as it is. It means you have to find the base that is not given. No multiplying by height, but height is given here. This is the height. The base is this one. Height is perpendicular. This angle is mean perpendicular. So we write here height is 8.6. Okay, and 2 is in the denominator. Now we want just to separate the letter B that is given here, but to separate this letter, we must know how we can separate it. So what we discussed in term 2, we will discuss it here. The simple case, first let us remove this 2 that is in the denominator. If this 2 is in the denominator, if we want to remove it, we will multiply both sides by 2. So simple, let me just multiply. I will remove 2 because it's dividing. It will move towards the other side, and we have the remaining B into 8.5. But still, we can't separate the letter B. To separate the letter B, this number 8.5 is multiplying with B. So to separate this one, we will take this numbers towards the other side, and this number will divide here. So 38.7, we will divide it 38.7 times 2, and we will remove this number that is multiplying with B. It will be 8.5, which will be equal to 8.5 will be equal to the letter B. Okay, now we separate the letter B and we can find what is the value of our B. So first we will multiply the letters, the number sorry in the numerators, that is 3.8 times 38.7 times 2. If you multiply it 38.7 times 2, you will get 77.4. Okay, 77 point because you have decimal sorry, so you will get it, and when you divide this number by 8.5, you will get the answer. So 77.4 divided by 8.5, you will get the answer is 9. So B in this case is 9. So the missing dimension we will say just 9. But what will be the unit for this one? It will be kilometer because height is in unit of kilometer. So it's 1 dimension. We will just write is 9 kilometer. Okay. So we have to do according to the questions. Same. This question is same like that one. Area equal to. You will say base time height or triangle. This is the rule or formula. We can't change it. Okay. So now plug in the value same here. Now area is given is 13.5. So we will just replace A with 13.5. Next one equal to base is given. Base is this one. You can see this is the base, and this is the upper side, which is making an angle of 90 degrees, the perpendicular its height. So we have given the base 6.75. Okay, and I write the letter h as it is because we need to find it. Then divide by 2. Now we will do the same thing. We will take this number 2 here because it's dividing the h by 2, and the opposite of division is multiplication. So this number will go here and it will multiply 13.5 times 2. So let us write this number here 13.5 times 2. So 2 equals to 6.75 h. Now still we didn't separate the numbers, the letter h. So to separate this one, first let us multiply 13.5 times 2. We have 13.5 times 2. If we multiply, it will give us 27. Now as we know that this number is multiplying, and to separate this one, this opposite of multiplication is division. So we will divide it, and we can separate the letter h. We remove all the numbers that are attached with the letter h. So now if you will solve this one, if you divide 27 divided by 6.75, you will get the answer is 4. Okay, the answer is 4. But height, base, and height, they are 1 dimensions. But when you multiply them together, then they will be 2 dimensions, which will be area. So it's 1 dimension. We have the unit for 1 dimension is inch given, so this will be just inch, but not power 2 because it's not area. It's 1 dimension. Okay. Now the next 2 questions are the same like the first 2 questions. So let us solve them. It's the same again. You have given the base and height. It's very simple. You will just multiply 10 by 7. Okay, you have given simply 10 and 7, multiply them, 70 divided by 2. It will be 35. So I can directly write here, as I'm telling you, you will say, you will write base times height, divide by 2. And now base and height, this is the base 10, and this is height 7. 10 times 7 is 70. 70 divided by 2 will be 35, and meter power 2. Okay, so I will write here, it's power 2. Okay, so here is the case. You just write meter power 2. This is the concept. Same for next question. The question number 7 is that what is the area of the triangle? We have given a flag here. Question number 7. We have given the flag, and we have to find the area of triangle. But if you look at the flag, inside the flag, you have a triangle. This one is a triangle. This angle is perpendicular. You can see. So it means this one is the base, which is missing, and this one is the height down. This one. Now the height, we are sure that this is 17 centimeter. But what about the base? We don't know what is the value of this base. But with the help of figure, we can find it. This is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. But the total length, if you look down, it's given this one is 34. But on the top, we have given this 10 and 7. So 10 plus 7, 17. So 34. How we can make it 34? If we say that this, the missing length is 17. So the base is 17. Area is also 17. Sorry, height. We will write area equal to base time height, which is 17, in both cases 17 times 17, and then we will divide it by 2. Okay, now 17 times 17 is, when you multiply the two digit numbers, 17 times 17 is 289. Okay, 289 divided by 2. If you divide it, it will be 14.45. This will give you the values. Okay, but we have the remaining unit, which is centimeter power 2. Thank you for listening this and watching the videos. And if you have any question, please contact me. I will answer your question. Thank you very much.